So hi everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel Fitness Freak Counter King. So hope you all are doing well. Today I come with you another tech video. So hope you guys have enjoying my full stack mastery course. In the last course I have shown you how to build a secret diary from scratch, both front end and back end, using in front end we use HTML, CSS, and React, and back end we use Django. So in this video, in this new series of video, maybe I don't know, it's to get 1 or 2 lectures, but in this series I will make a very interesting project. Actually, this project will actually help you to land a job. So it's like a portfolio website of yourself. You might have seen many portfolio website in the online. So we will be designing some portfolio website for a developer job. Anyone wanna be a front end developer or back end developer or a full stack developer can take it as leverage and design your own portfolio website and land yourself a job. So it's very informative and it's very detailed video. I will design everything from scratch. Nothing will be pre-built or anything. So I will first show you the demonstration of project, what we are building. Then I will get into then I will get into the coding and show you how to build that project from scratch. Okay, we might be using some third-party library like vertical timelines to show your timelines, and some Swiper.js to or Slider.js or Swiper.js to design a carousel, or what you can say slideshow. So we'll look into that, and this website will be fully responsive. It will be you can I will show you how it will look into a mobile device or a tablet device and a normal desktop device or laptop. So without wasting any time, let's jump into it. Okay, now let me show you the project. Let me hide myself and show you the entire project what we are building today. So let's now show you the project we are building, and then we will hop into coding part. Okay, so let's see that. Let's go into this is my portfolio website. So this is my name. So I am deployed this app to Vercel. So I will also show you how to deploy this app in Vercel. Okay, so this is a single page application which have a floating navbar. You can see this floating navbar where we can visit to different section of my portfolio. So the first page is like the header page, we can say hero section also, some people say. So here we have different links. So download CV, like if you click on this, then my PDF will be downloaded. So if you click here, see it's downloaded. So I can open you and show my CV. And Let's Talk will take us to the last section, that is the contact part. And here in the left side you can see the links of LinkedIn, my GitHub profile, as well as my CodeShare profile. And this is scroll bar if you want to scroll down. Okay, so you can see this beautiful hovering effect. We will apply this. We will build it using plain CSS. For CSS I am not using any third-party library. So let me show you the portfolio for once in desktop view. Then I will show you the responsiveness of this site. So let's go to now about section. So you can see beautiful animation effect. We will give it a transition. So here this is about the profile, the user profile. So here we can see the experience, the project we build, and the profit that we have. So here you can provide your brief intro, and let's talk again. This section will take you to the contact section. Okay, so now let's visit to next section now. So this is the skill section where your skill will be showcases. Whatever you skill, you just showcase here. Okay, so beautiful side effect. So I'm dividing it into 3 parts here. Programming language I know, the web development tool I have worked and I have the knowledge, and the tools I have worked. Okay, so now let's go to experience section where you can find my experience. So I'm currently work as a full stack developer. So nice animation effect. So for this I have used a third party library called For it's called vertical something. Okay, I will look into that. Vertical timeline something. So for to represent a timeline. See, this is the latest one I'm working. This is my previous company. So in this way, timeline figure will come. Okay, using this library. So next part, let's go into the next part now. Next is the project section where we work on. We will showcase how what are the project build, and you can see the live demo link also. So if you click here, so this is my other project. We can visit now. So this is my. I will show you the working of this project later. Okay, this is my ongoing a full stack and a fully functional e-commerce app. Okay, I will show you that. This is my previous app, a chatting app. Okay, so these are my link. You can see this also demo. So these are my project link. So these are live actually. And one more thing, like you can go to the GitHub section of each of the project. Let me show you one. So here you can visit the GitHub code of mine. So those which are not live, I am using this disable option. Okay, and let's now see the different part, education. So this is the education section, and again I use the library of. Okay, this is my app, earlier app. Okay, so this is my university education where you can showcase university education in vertical timeline that I use, and third part library. And next is testimonial, or you can say achievement, whatever. So it is a slider.js. I am using a slider.js to provide make this carousel where you can showcase your other skill and achievement, whatever. Suppose I have my YouTube channel and I also have great qualification. So last part is section. You can send email. So it will open your app to send email. You can send WhatsApp message. Is if you are in phone, it will open your WhatsApp, or if you are in web, it will open the web WhatsApp web. You can message via Telegram also. So all are connected actually, beautiful. So fully responsive. You can send email also. If I send, it will be send my message to my app. So let me give you here something like fitness freak computer. So my name is this. Email, give some human, and hi, I liked your portfolio. So it will send message to email. You will get a confirmation here. So let me open my other site. You will get my email here. So it's working. So this is my fully functional, and one more section is footer section where you can visit to every section by clicking the link, or you can come back here and yeah. So you can, if you want to visit, you can visit every section from here also. Okay, see this, perfect. So yeah, you can visit my profile also from here. You can select my LinkedIn. Okay, and every profile. So now let me show you the responsiveness of this site. So for that I will open my console, if you know this. So let's see, it's in tablet mode first. So this is my tablet view. You can see, so this is the showcase tablet, how it will work in tablet. Nice responsiveness here. So this is the tablet view of my project. Okay, now let me show you the mobile view. Let me go above. So this is my mobile view, beautiful. So every responsiveness is there actually. So it's fully responsive. So this way I can visit. So hope you guys like this. So we will build it from scratch. Okay, let me close this. So we will build this entire app from scratch. Okay, so let's, without wasting time, let's now hop into my VS Code and start coding. So let's open Windows PowerShell. Let's go into desktop. So here you have. So let me just go into desktop and create one folder here. Let's call it maybe portfolio. Website. So it's created. You can see now. Let's get into this portfolio website. So let's open this in VS Code if you know the shortcut. So yes, I trust this author. Let's now begin. So it's now done. Let's now search how to. I will be using Vite here to develop my project. To Vite React how it's work. Let's see a documentation. So we will follow the command. So npm create Vite at the latest. So it will create our Vite file. Let me now open the terminal here also. So we don't need PowerShell now. We close it off. So we can here open the terminal here. Control Shift Delta. Okay. Something will happen maybe. So let's now do the command. Paste here command. Let's see. Yeah, I want this. Project name. Let me choose it as the same project name. Otherwise, it will be portfolio website. Yeah, I will choose here React with JavaScript. You can use TypeScript also. It's up to you. So yeah, that's the only. So it will create a folder inside it. So let me do one thing. Let me delete this. Let me create again and keep it a dot. So it will create in the same folder. So see, now it's choosing the project name as the portfolio. Okay, so you must do that thing. It will remember. Otherwise, there will be some folder and there will be unnecessary dependency. So we don't want that. So we'll choose as React. So this is a modern way of designing. We can see REC or React create React app also. But yeah, this is the way I followed in most projects. So now we have the in the same dependency. So we need to install this. So let's install this npm install. So it will install all the node modules we required for the project development of React. Okay. So give it a time. It will take some time. So now dependency you can check the it will running on dev, it is running on web or not. So npm run dev. I forgot to write npm run dev. So let's see now how it look. Control C this. Let's go into my browser. So here our React is working. So this is the default page they provided. So let me now remove it and add mine. So let's minimize the terminal. We will open it this way. So now let's if you are I'm not gonna talk about more not gonna talk about the details of React project, but if you are familiar and if you have watched my earlier lectures, I've shown you that there are the basic they provided by using the build command. They provided one CSS file and one JSX file and one index.html file. So what's what I'm gonna do? We're gonna remove all this. So these are they provided by default. I will use mine. Okay. So let's do that. Let's remove this. So you will find that some CSS won't be working If you see this, so these are gone, and we don't need this file, you can close it. And from app.jss, same. So now let's see the file. So this is the thing we're getting. So let's go into index.html. Let's change this title, so it's gonna be our portfolio website. Let's rename it. Okay, now save it. Oh, what's happened? Oh, sorry, title. Yeah, portfolio website. So let's go into the app.jsx and remove the unwanted CSS. We don't need anything. We don't want app.csx. Let it remain, and let me remove this. We don't need to react here. So let's remove this count. So let's remove this. Let's remove everything actually. So let me just give it some div, and let me write our thing like portfolio website. So let's now save it and let's see. So here you can see there is some default margin and border. If you do the inspect, you will see that. So it provides some default margin and border actually. If you look into this, let's go into HTML. See, so this is default something. So we will remove this everything, and let's now begin with the things we needed. So we need if you see into my website the final project, so we have actually 10 sections. First is the header section, then we have the about me, or you can say about section, then we have the skill section, then we have the experience section, then we have project section, then we have education section, then testimonials and contact. So last thing is not footer also. So 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So we're gonna build one by one. So we're gonna create one folder here because they are all components. So let me create. So everything in React a component or a work as a component. So we'll design a component here. Let's do this component and components. Okay. So we're gonna need some folder here. First one will be header section. So let's rename it header. So header. Then inside component we need another folder. Let's call it about, the second part. Then we need the navbar, floating navbar section. This one actually, this floating navbar, this one. So now let's create some section. It will take some time, but yeah, just go with me. So then we need if you remember about, then we can have skill or education, whatever. Just write education, education section. Then we need a skill section. Then we need experience, experience. Make sure I spell correctly, experience. Then we need education. Who may have about, education, experience, header. If you remember, project section. Okay, project section. Then we need contact section. Then we need footer, So experience and portfolio section or testimonial section, let's give it a testimonials, or let's rename it as portfolio. So how many created? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, I think all are created. Footer we have, contact we have, portfolio we have, education we have, project we have, experience we have, skill we have, navbar, about, and component. So let's now create all the JSX and CSS file. We will use different JSX and CSX file here for each component. So let's now create it. Let's for about, let's create about dot CSS. So let's now close this. Okay, let's let it be app.css, about.css, and one more folder we will create that is called about.jsx. So let's do RAFC. This is shortcut for React arrow function. So yeah, this about is done. Let's add this import. So we're gonna do the same for every section now. Okay, so you can skip this part, or I'm gonna just pause it and do it. Okay, so let's now do it. Oh, I shouldn't create a folder. It's file only. Contact .css. So you can close these CSS files. Another file, contact .jsx. Do RAFC. We don't forget this. Then import contact .css. It should be small. Let's see if we imported correctly. Okay, fine. So contact done, close it. About done, close it. So now let's name this. So education. Okay, so we are finished. So design every. If you something is missing, I will add later. Okay. So we need another thing, data. In that data, I will keep a JSX file, some JavaScript of Java, from some file to load it dynamically, like education. Why I'm creating this? Like while if I create this, then it will be like easier to modify it later. Okay, you do not want to put some hardcode values. Some use some JS file, and you will use a dictionary data. So we'll use a dictionary data or some data, object data, to populate the value using the map function of JavaScript. So it's very standard approach. You can also maintain a database also, but in this case not required. It's not too complicated project, and you don't wanna. Let's now back into this. So what I'm talking about is including data, so that it will very easier to it is very easier to. So it will be very easy to populate, and we can change it dynamically. So let me create another component. It's not component. Let's create a data file, and let's call it data. So we'll use this data. We will include all the files whatever we needed. So let's go into component, and let's go into app.js actually, and let's include all of them. So we need this and include everything. First we need what? First we need the first part is header part. So we're gonna import it using header tag. Headers is not providing. Oh man. Header. After input manually. It's not providing anything. Oh man. Import header from, we need to go to level of header. Come on. Oh sorry, We are in source, we don't know asset component, we are in components. Inside the component we have the header, inside the header we have header. This is firstly working or not. Okay, header is coming. So now let me duplicate. I don't know why it's not coming. I have to import everything manually when we need about. Come on, man. It's not going to import. And let me copy this then. Let me change it. About. Let me remove this. Okay, it's working. So we need about, then about, after that what is the section name? Let's go into complete website. So we have about, then about skill. Okay, skill. I'm not, it's my beyond my understanding is not importing it. Come on, man, it's not giving me. Let's do it again. Skill. Let's see. Okay, fine. We're getting it here. Okay, skill is there. Let's now add we need navbar, it will be floating navbar. So we have done with this setting. If you see, everything is there. So this is my initial setup. So I will now initialize a git repository and save it, all this. Okay, it will be our initial setup. Okay, so let's me, why two terminals and running. Okay, you can, if for this you need to git install. Okay, you can google out the step to do it. Okay, so let me do it. Git init initialize repository. So now, so you can see all the changes are here. You can do manually from here also if you are using, not used to with command line, but I prefer command line. So let's do git status, let's do git add, let's do git commit. So we will commit our action whatever changes we made. Okay, so git, what's happened, git commit, it will be 3 times again. Okay, so it will be like initial project setups and component p components ready. What's a meaningful message? Okay, so all are committed. So let's now start working on now next part, that is filling some default CSS which we use common CSS for entire project. So we'll do that now. So let's now create the general CSS that will be applicable to for every page or component we design. So this general CSS we basically build to like maintain the what you can say, the consistency and similarity in within the project. Like once you are busy creating a project, it's for example like you have one button for register and one button for like suppose for search. So and both buttons should have, so it is better to have like both buttons should have have same CSS. Like it is like it's not, the behavior should be same. Like it's not that you are pressing on a search button and the padding is changing and the color is changing differently. So for maintain text consistency, we are basically use general CSS that will be applicable for the entire page. So let's now begin with the HTML. So we will write like uh, we will also using the CSS variable. If you don't know, like it is basically used to replace the repetitiveness of coding. Okay, so for that you use CSS variable. So what I mean by here, like you can Google it out. What is CSS variables? If you don't know, CSS variables. So see where command we will use. So used to insert a value for CSS variable. So it's a substitution. Like you always repeated this color, so better to use in a variable command with some name, and we can provide additional value also. Okay, so we are doing this now for entire thing. We're gonna use a margin of 0. So basically, like we are defining that everything should be 0. Like by default, as I told you, like by default CSS, by default the browser have some given default defined padding and margin and properties. So we're gonna make it disabled so that we can apply our own. Okay, so we're gonna put the border equal to 0, padding equal to 0, margin equal to 0, and outline equal to 0. So what is outline? You can hover over it. So color property. So we're gonna fix the box sizing here. Box sizing gonna be border box. So it's like width and height property. Okay, so gonna list style like OL and order list, unordered list. If you're gonna use, so it have some defined list, defined property. We're gonna make it none, so we don't wanna have any property. And also for the anchor tag, it have the underline thing. We're gonna remove that underline thing. So make the text decoration to none. Let's save it. Let me show you. You can see some output here. See, all the borders and padding are gone. Like it began from the left hand corner by default. So let's now get into the root and define our CSS variable. So we're gonna have color BG. We're gonna use so it's a defined color. I have made experiment and see that this is the best color. Like I have choose this color only. Okay, color BG, color background. So some variant for this color. It's gonna be 2F2F7A, some later version. Let's give some color primary. Color primary will be three VA9F8. So and give a color variant, primary color variant, color primary, and control Z like variant ARPARIANT. So it's gonna define it RGBA. We're gonna be 29 154 243 comma 0.4 something. Okay, so we're gonna have color white. Color white will be FFF. So why I'm forgetting to keep semicolons. Syntax will be wrong otherwise. So color light. We're gonna all use this color variable, and this will be for maintain the consistency. We don't wanna be weird colors appearing for different pages or section. So we're gonna maintain the consistency. So while using it, so RGBA. So bear with me. It might be boring at first, but yeah, it's gonna get interesting once we get into the coding part and the like designing part. So these are necessary to make the consistency. So I'm putting a time here. What happened? Okay, so let's keep semicolon. So container width. Now we're gonna give some some responsiveness. We define some sizes, default sizes. Okay, for like medium skin, large skin, container width, container width for large skin. It's gonna be 75%. Each container, we've defined a container here actually. So let's copy this for 3 times actually. We need for medium skin, that is for tablet, and for small skin, that will be our mobile. So let's change this to medium skin. Let's change this to small skin. So medium will be like 86% because we're gonna have more content and less content in more area, so it will be better to have more percentage. Okay, it will be 90%. Okay, so done with that. We are also gonna use the transition. So let's give a transition TRNANSITI. So transition SITION. So we're gonna provide transition as all 400 ms is with easy transition. We will get to know once you use it. Okay, so this part is done. So we're gonna use these variables. Okay, entire project. Let's get into HTML section and make the scroll behavior smooth. So we will have a smooth scrolling. So we know we have gonna use the WebKit toolbar here. WebKit. So we're gonna make it none. Pseudo class. Why we're gonna make it none? Because we don't want that scroll bar behavior. Okay. So we're gonna scroll in some different way for smooth scrolling. So we're gonna use display none. So done with this. So before going to that, let's choose our font. So font gonna be like, let's search Google Fonts and we'll choose there, and we're gonna paste that thing. So we're gonna choose actually work sans. Let's search here. We're gonna use this work sans. So we're gonna use this one. This should be get embedded. Okay, now I get it. So what we need actually, we don't need 900 and everything. So we can use import this one also, or this prefer link in our index.html. So we can use both. Okay, so what we have, we're not going to choose, I want to choose multiple. Let me choose full access. 100 to 900 does not make any difference actually. So we're gonna copy this code and I'm gonna paste in our index.css here only after this. Okay, let's put this. to change something else. So let me apply these changes here in app.css. Let's apply font family to choose work sense. Oh, so you're gonna use here font family here. So you're gonna provide here font family like works. Oh, it's not present. Work sense, and if it's not present, then we're gonna give sensory. Yeah. Let's test. Okay, now it's sensory. We haven't applied it. So what now? See, that's font family apply. If you remove this, the default one. Okay. Hope you're getting. So we are using this font. Okay. So let's now continue. Let's give it a background color of the variable are we gonna use like color bg. Let's use this. So we can see, and for color like text color, it will give like color white. Let's give this. Okay, cool. So we're gonna give a line height also. Line height of 1.7. Let's give this. Okay, hope you're getting it. How the text will be shown in a block. Let's get a background of. So I'm gonna use one image here actually in the asset folder. We're gonna use one image. In asset folder, we're gonna use one image. I already downloaded this from my project repo. So we're gonna use this for the and scratchness if you see in the finished project. So it started like this one. So we're gonna use it. So I'm gonna provide the URL as /index.html. now it is in, if I use one bracket, what will happen? So it's in assets. Okay, let's keep this. It's very small image actually, so it feel like this. Okay, provide some property here. Now it might look weird, but yeah, I got this image. Once you now let's use the common what are you using here? So it will be like this. Now let's provide some common style. It will be applicable to all the style we're gonna use. So firstly we define a container. We'll write everything inside a container div. Let's keep the default weightage, variant. Let's give this a large skin. Margin, margin 0, put top and bottom, and auto for left and right. Okay. Oh. So now let's define our h1. I know it is boring, but I have to do it actually. h3, h4, h5, h6, h6. Let's provide them font weight of 500. So it's gonna use the 500 one. Let's provide h1 font size as 2.5 rem. So now let's define the section. This section will have margin top of 8 RAM. So you will understand it more better when the changes are shown. Is everything correct here? HTML, I haven't done any mistake. Okay, fine. So let's provide now section the nearest ancestor. Some CSS edge. It will be text align always center, because we're gonna use it for the actually defining all the header and sub header. So that's why I'm using a center here. Okay. Color will be variable color light. Why it's not colored? Okay. And we're gonna want some different changes for H2 section. H2 will be our header. So if you see this, actually let me copy reference here. So this is our header, and not this. This is our H5 and H2 element. So I'm providing it is center align and everything. I'm providing color also. So again H2, it will have the CSS of like color will be changed, color will be variant, color primary. Let's use this primary. So and margin bottom, it will have margin bottom of 2 rem. Let's give it to 2 rem. Let's keep some CSS by copying from my previous product. So what I done here, the text like we will using this light text somewhere class, and a tag will providing a color of primary. Every a tag will have this, and transition, it will have some transition, and on a hover effect it will change to white color. If you see this, let me show you. See, it's white color everything. So now we will define some btn classes for the so for btn classes we're gonna use this CSS. So it will be max content means the size will be defined by that. It's not gonna be some weird size, it's depend on the content. So display will be block, inline block color will be this, padding, we have some padding, we will provide some radius, border radius, and cursor pointer means on clicking out it will change to this. So here these are border and these are everything we applied. So if you inspect it, you will find everything, weight, display, and border, cursor, everything. So we are using this way. Okay. On hover effect we will provide this. To background it will color to change red, and color, text color will be this, and border will be transparent. We'll use somewhere these classes, not everywhere. So we'll now let's use this one, btn primary background of image will be have this property. So display block which will be 100% object fit, because we don't want to zoom out or make it So let's now use media queries. So we're gonna use for tablet here. So you're gonna use this media skin and maximum 124. So each will be of medium white as we said, and we just redefining the margin to 6 rem. If you remember that section margin is, what is that called, 8 rem. So we're defining to 6 rem here for for tablet, and for mobile I'm gonna use so it's a lot of work, but finally we done it. And let's fix this issue. Why I'm getting this way? something I'm done wrong. Okay, so it should be background image, not color. Otherwise, you cover the background. Okay. Okay, now we're getting this. So we're done with this now. So we define our CSS and we choose our font and everything. So now we will start coding all our section one by one. Okay. So it is necessary actually. Hope you understand all this CSS, very basic CSS. Okay. Once I will use this class, you will better understand it. Okay. Don't worry about it. A media query for responsiveness. Okay. So let's now commit our changes. We've done so many changes. Where is that? Oh no. Okay. Git status. This is only our git bash shell. So we're gonna add git add, git commit, return general CSS. General CSS class and fonts. So next we will gonna work with these things. So we don't need index now. So we're gonna start working on all this section. We start from header here. Where's that header section? Okay. And JSX. Okay. So we'll start from here. Okay. So let's see. So let's now work on this header section. So let's see the finished project first. What we have. No, we don't need it now. We can close it off. We can close this also. We don't need this. So let's see now what we have here. So this is, let me just make it smaller. So this is the header section we have. First we have the salutation like hello and the name and then our role. Then we have two buttons to download CV and talking. Then we have the socials, scroll down and a picture. So we're gonna work on these things. Okay, we're gonna look into Navbar later. So let's focus on this thing first. So first of all, let's start. So we don't need this now. So we put everything inside a header and header section here. This is a default HTML. So this is default HTML tag. So inside this header we will have a container div container, and we again have need a header container. So custom our custom, this is our custom class and this is the class we are using. So by default we have defined the container class here, if you remember. So we have the container class, we have the container class where we have this component class. This is common style for everything. So for containers we are defining basically the LG for large screen. So we can modify it whenever required. For now just it's have a LG here, so for large screen, and we are also providing a margin here, so 0 from top to bottom and auto from left to right. Okay, so this is by default we are providing to the container. So whatever we do here it will inherited by it, and other style we can provide in header container. Okay, so let's do that. What you're gonna need here, first see this. First the thing is we need a h5 here. So h5. So we're gonna need at hello I am, something like that, I am. So let's see how it look first. Okay, so we have something like this h5, and then we need the h1 with our name. So I'm writing your name, you can write your name here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so then we need the, actually if you see the finished project we need okay, full stack developer, we have to mention this one also. So again we're gonna use h5. So full stack developer, so you can write your own designation here. Okay, I'm writing my own. So we have our then we are gonna define these bottoms. So the two bottom, let's define one container for this. Okay, so we're gonna include this container here. Let's call this CTA for the resume and everything, our details. So JSX. So don't let me do quick fix RAFC. So what's you gonna do here? Let's see. So inside, so after that we need the bottoms. For that we defining a different container here. It will be easier to inherit it by anywhere, so that's why. So we're gonna have the CTA here. So let's remove everything. So we're gonna have the CTA class, a div here. Inside this we will have a BTN, we will provide a BTN class anchor tag. It will be a BTN class. We have defined a BTN class, the CSS here. So it will all will contain here. So it will be href to our PDF actually. So gonna import that PDF first. So first of all, I'm gonna add that PDF here. I'm gonna use this PDF. Okay. So let me rename it. So it will be easier to import actually. So let's see that my CV. So we're gonna import my CV. Okay, let's see this my CV only. My CV from dot assets. Okay, to level of. Okay, we have to go to. I don't have here. Again, we go assets. Inside the assets, we have my CV. Capital dot PDF. So we're gonna use href to our my CV here, and we're gonna put it to download here. So it will, once clicking, it will download. Okay, so that's it, I guess. So we can provide the button here download like. So let's see how it look. We need to import it here. So CTA, why it's not coming? Like, okay, now it's coming. I was worried earlier, like why it's not coming. So we don't need this. So we don't need this. So single click. So let's see how it look here. So nice. If you click here, okay, it's downloading. So it is downloading. Okay, so I'm installed IDM here, so we can download here. So it is working. So now let's work on the other bottom. Other bottom is like, if you see the finished project here, other bottom is like let's talk bottom to take us to the context section. So we're gonna use a, it's gonna be BTN and BTN primary, if you remember, .btn primary. We're gonna have this class. So if you remember, this BTN is this and this is BTN primary, some color change only. Okay, so we're gonna href this too. I'm not created it, but we'll create soon. Contact, it's a internal linking, so that's why the same page we are dealing with. So let's give it as let's talk. So okay, so it's gonna take contact section, but we haven't created it. Okay, so let's see now. So we're done with the buttons. Now what we required here, if you see the finished project again, so we required the image, socials and everything. So let's do that now. For that, let's create another container here. Let's call it header social. Header socials .jsx RFC. Then we have to do the socials link. So I'm gonna copy these links by going. It's already a new page actually. So let's copy this link. I don't need to open it. So let's provide first class dot header socials. So inside this we're gonna have href to this link, and we're gonna import some icons. Okay, so first let's just click here and let's see it's opening or not. We don't need any more. Okay, I haven't included here. So we're gonna need this header socials. Let's see, it's taking us. Okay, it's working. So let's give it a blank, target blank, so that it will open a new page. Underscore blank. It's double underscore, single underscore, I don't remember. Let's see. Is that gone? Okay, single underscore. So we have LinkedIn, and let's go to others. I have the GitHub. This is my GitHub profile. So let me add this. So we're gonna add here a to this link. Let's provide something gi, not gi only. So again we need another link, so it's gonna be, code save, I guess. Yeah, this is my code save profile, so we can put code save here and make it target to blank. Don't forget to do this. So we have this, and it will be our code save. And then we need another link. No, we don't need anything. So yeah, so let's now work on the other things. And yeah, so let's now first import the icons. So we're gonna not gonna use material UI or something. We're gonna use the React icon. So let's check React icons. So let's get into the how to install it first, and we get into this. So we have to do npm React install. Let's close the term. Let's go to command prompt. Let's run here. Okay, so it's installed now. So now we can use the icons. So let's go here and let's search for firstly LinkedIn. So what you can use anyone if you want. So I'm gonna use this one, looks good. What have I used here? Okay, some background. Let's use this. You can change color also. So we're gonna use our own CSS, so we don't require. Let's do. Just copy this and paste here. We can do this. It will come. Oh, not importing. Oh man, it should import. So we're gonna import this. So we have imported this. Hope it is visible. Okay. So let's see now. Okay, nice, our icon is coming, perfect. So with LinkedIn we have, I think it's the same one I used. Okay, nice, what a coincidence. So let's now use for GitHub. Let's search for GitHub. So we're gonna open this now. this thing we require, so let's bring it here. So I don't require no to, so always remove the noises. So we need GitHub. You can use any one, so I'm gonna use this simple one or this one. Let's use any one. Let's see this one. So we're gonna use this. Hope it gonna import this time. Okay, I have to import every time. Let's see it's coming or not. Okay, now we need code safe. So only one icon is there. So let's import this and let's use this. SIS code safe. Let's see this. Okay, perfect. So it's done. Header socials, we are done with header socials. So we're done with header socials. So let's now modify the CSS of this part. All those three will include in single headers or CSS. We don't require different CSS for them. So let's open it. Header.css here only. Control V. So first thing we need. So we need the header section. Let's provide some style here. So let's give it a height of 100 VH. Okay, now perfect. Everything is gone below. So and then we need header then let's give it padding also, some padding because it was too high. Let's give the padding top only. Top equal to, let's give 6 rem. Let's see this first. Okay, perfect. So let's make it side by side so that I could see easily. Okay, so now we need the header container. So we're gonna give it a text line of center, so everything will be centered. So we're gonna give a height of 100%. Then we make the position to relative, because we're gonna use the child class to absolute here to place these things. Okay, so let's now do that. Did I miss something? Okay, before going to CSS, I think I missed. That's what I'm thinking. We need to provide the image also. For my image, let's do my image. I forgot to do this. And we need a scroll bar also. So we need the image tag. So we're gonna provide source myself, and let's provide this class first image. So let's now give let's now work on our image. So let's see my image final .png. So let's import this first. Import name as my image, and from not this double F, still we are here, assets. Then we provide my image .png. It might be so huge, I know. Okay, it's not coming. Okay, something wrong. Okay, I haven't used it, sorry. So my image, it's been a pretty huge image actually. Yeah, I know. So we'll fix it later. Okay, so let's now work on the scroll section. It will be take us to contact only, last section. So we're gonna put something here, scroll down. So let's check where is that. Oh, it's gone because yeah. We'll fix here. Okay, we'll fix this now. Okay, so let's now work on the CSS as we are working. So now it's time for the CTA. .cta. So margin top, firstly we get to margin, some margin above this header, actually h5 we have used, so it's gonna be 2.5 rem. Okay, and let's make it display flex to give it a gap, actually gap of 1.2 rem, maybe perfect. Okay, now I have to make it justify content center also. Okay, so now we'll get into the socials. So it is social. Did we name it social or social? Where it's that? Not here. It is socials. Okay, socials only. So let's do this. Give it a display flex, and let's give it a flex direction to column. So we're gonna put this way, actually, if you remember the last the final design. So now let's give it a line item center to centerize it according to the x-axis. So let's give it a gap of 0.8 rem. Okay, let's make it position absolute, and we're gonna fix this now. So, absolute, and I'm gonna fix, we will provide the from left 0, so it will be around the center of the is parent class. What is the parent class of the header social? Actually, if you see here, parent class is the header container. To header container we have provide relative, and height is 100%, and header container is like this entire part only. So once we do left 0, it will be here. Okay, let me save it and show you, see that. Okay, so let's now also give it a bottom margin also. From bottom also we need, so in bottom actually for 3 rem above the bottom, so bottom equal to, let's give it a 3 rem. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's move on. So we're gonna give a after class, okay, for after effect to header container, header social after. So let's read about it after. So we're gonna give it a content of nothing, and width, let's give it a width of 1 pixel, 1 pixel, and let's give it a height of 2 rem, and background now I'm equal to give some color where. So this is for actually the line we will use a one line here. Okay, that's why. So we can provide it a color of primary. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so this is for line only, the line we am coming, so that's why I put it using pseudo class. so it will have some content in nothing and just provide some height and weight, so it will make it a dimension. Okay, so let's now work on the image. This image is a container, I guess, because we need the background also. So for that, let's use the background of linear gradient with some color of let's give it a color primary only. Color primary. Later all this selection will go on actually. Transparent. Okay, perfect. So in below we have transition and some gradient. Okay, so let's now work on the size and everything. So let's give it a width of 22 rem. Okay, now it's looking some nice, getting textures. So let's give it a height of 30 rem. Okay, perfect. Don't worry, we'll work on the image also. We'll remove the overflow and whatever, so it will be automatically, my pants will be gone. So now let's provide position. So we're gonna position the image relatively to it, that's why. So we provide relative to this parent class, and then give it a left. Let's give 50% in the middle. This is the way to put everything in the middle actually. So we have 22 RAM, so go ahead a 8 RAM, so it will be in center. Okay, this is not a only way to make it center. You can provide anyway, but this is like very intuitive, like in the middle of something, like 50%, 50% of height minus whatever the width we have provided, like width of 22 rem to half of it. So we have now, let's provide a margin top. It's getting too much squeeze out here, so let's give it a 2 rem. Okay, perfect. Now we can give it a border radius of, let's give it a 12 rem from top to right, means top and right, then you go bottom is 0 and this is 0, so we don't need any radius from above, but only the dome shape it will provide. Let me show you. Yeah, this dome shape I'm talking about. So let's now work on the overflow hidden, so it will crop my pant actually. Okay, let's see you. Perfect. Now this image is look like this. Okay, so let's now give it a padding of 2 rem from top, 0.5 rem from right, 0.5 and 0.5 rem. Oh man, what is that? Okay, so squeeze some, give it padding. So it's done. Let's work on this scroll bar. Let's move it here. So looks pretty nice now. So let's, what we have provided a class name for this. Scroll down. So scroll down. So we will give it a position of absolute. Remember the parent element of it. We have provided a relative part because it's inside is deep actually my image. So my image we have provided relative, so we are providing absolute here. So we're gonna give it a right side. We move it right side, and in negative value minus 2.3 rem. So it will move right. So what you give if 2 rem, see, that's why minus 2 rem, means it will outside the container, parent container, that's why minus. Okay, so bottom bottom equal to, let's give it a bottom of 5 rem. It will make it above 5 rem. Okay, so and now let's give a transform. Let's rotate it 90 degree actually. Let's rotate it to 90 degree. 90. Let's give it, rotate it. So I think should be together. Okay, perfect. So do this, rotate back. So to see the transition, this is very smooth because we are already providing the root transition to this. Okay, so let's now done with transform. Let's now give it a font weight, make it some lighter. Font weight 300 maybe. Okay, and let's give it a font size. Let's make it a little bit smaller, 0.9 rem maybe. Okay, perfect. So we have this. So let's see in whole app how it's looking, which is similar to our project here. Okay, perfect. The image is too big. Okay, maybe I'll fix it later. So let's work on this. Let's now work on media queries. So tablet, let's see how it's looking for now. And let's go into tablet mode. So it's not looking so good. See, these are weirdly shaped, so we're gonna fix this now. You know what, let's not do this. Let's squeeze it to size of tablet. Okay, this one should be tablet. So let's fix this media queries. So I'm not gonna write all those media queries, so you can take it from, we don't need now. Let's close it. So we're gonna take it from this and we'll modify that. So tablet and the mobile both. So let's work on tablet first. So what's we need in tablet? Header. Let's give it a height of 68 ph. Let's see how it looks. So in tablet mode, so somewhat clear now. Let's do further modification, and we don't need this. Where are you modifying it? We don't need this actually. Okay, where it should be here only. That's what I'm not seeing the changes. So here now you can see somewhat it is centered now. Okay, so let's now fix more. For this header again we need 200 VH for mobile devices. So let's see how it look in mobile. Okay, 100 VH. So we're gonna remove this actually in mobile. We don't need this. So remove this. Let's provide it the header social. The send a scroll bar. Let's make it display none. None. So this will be hidden. What happened? Not seen. Okay, it's not working. Let's give it some font size equal to 1.7 rem only. So we're gonna reduce this size, but it's still not working. Let's see why it's not working. So why it's not working? Let's look into this. This is our mobile version. Let's get into this. So it is not working. Maybe the syntax is maybe not correct actually. let's do this. Now let's see. Okay, it's gone. Okay, that was the error. Okay, and for this only also. So this is syntax wrong was there actually. So it's perfect now. Okay, now it's coming in everything, mobile and as well as. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think maybe I reduce it. Okay, it's nice look. Maybe there also. Okay, fine. Okay, so like done. So we're done with the header section. Let's back. So we're done with the header section. Now we will work on all other sections. Okay. So let's now commit our changes. Git status. Git add. Git commit. Header section. Then so now we'll work on the next section, that is where is it? So that is our the in about section. Okay, now we'll work on this. So let's now work on the about section, but before that let me work on the navbar part actually. So let's go into navbar, open the CSS file. So before going into the other section, let's define the navbar here, because this will be a so let's see this navbar. Actually it's a floating navbar. See that its being position is sticky also, like the whenever whatever part we are going into the pages, it's not changing. So we're gonna work on this and give this a beautiful effect to this. Okay, so let's now begin the coding. So let's start. So we're gonna put it in a nav container, and we're gonna use some icons and some links. So if you see the finished product, we have home, then we have about, then we have experience, then we have project, then we have I don't think this is about. Okay, this is home page, this is about page, this is the skill page. Okay, this skill page, education, and then we have project, then we have education, then we have testimonials, and we have contact. So we're gonna make this. Okay, let's get into this. So we're gonna need different image for that and href to that. So first one, how many we need actually, let's see that. We need one for home page, one for about page. So one for home page, home, about, and then we have the skill, then we have the experience, then we have the education, project, testimonials, and the contact. So we need 8. So let's design that, give it a 8. And first one will be home. Second one will be the about, and the third one will be the skill. So it's a different section. It's a internal, it's actually a internal linking. So let's give it a home, let's give it an about, so let's give it a a skill. So next section will be experience, experience section. Then we can provide the project, I guess, project, project. Let's do it exp, otherwise we will replace this thing. So it's, for example, I'm showing this how we can work on this. So project, let's keep it pro. Then we need education, So portfolio and contact. Let's see contact. So let's see how it's look first. So yeah, you can see here it's all here only. So let's work on this. So we're gonna first just what I can do. Let's first make it just link is working or not. So home, okay, you can see the home content is going about, and everything else might not be working. You might be seeing that. Let me first start change this to app.css. Let's change this thing. Maybe the navbar should be the after header maybe. So navbar, let's put it after the header. So yeah, now it will make more sense. Home, about, and this might not be seeing, but let me give some style so you will be seeing that actually. So let's go into container here. So let's give it a height of 100 vh. Okay, I haven't applied this. Okay, so once you will apply this, you will be seeing those things. So I haven't applied this actually. So let's see how. So other content will be going like, do we go? Okay, so but okay, so you will come to know it actually. So for that part, let's now replace this thing first with images. So let's replace this thing with images. So firstly, let's search for home. Let's see which one should we use, which one I have used in, which one I have used here. Okay, this one. So let's go to this one. Maybe you should use different one this time. Let's use this one only. So let's import this. So we're gonna import this, and instead of home, we're gonna use fi home. Let's see, it's coming or not. Okay, it's coming. Did I use the same home here? Okay, we'll color it differently. Okay, so let's go for about. Or let's, what's I have choose, I've forgotten. It's like profile user. Let's do user, and let's use this one. Some of changes might be different because I completely forgot what I have used. So you're gonna use CI user. Let's see how it look. Okay, what I have used here, I don't know, maybe different user. And next we need skill. Let's search for skill. So this one I should use. Yeah, let's use this one. So let's put it. Let's replace this. Nice. Let's now work on experience. Okay, so I have our skins. Let's now beautify this. Okay, so let's give into CSS part and let's start working. Let's keep the nav. Okay, let's control V. Let me show you the side by side also. uh, so nav. So what's we gonna do? I'm gonna give a background first. So it will give a RGB, a little bit of lighter, black. 0.3 maybe. Okay, nice. This lighter background after it is visible. Now let's give it a width of max content, so it will coincide with this max content, so it will have the size of this only. So what you can do, we can display block, and it will be helpful later. And let's give that padding, some padding, 0%, 0.7 rem from top bottom, and 1.7 rem from left right. Okay, nice, perfect. Make it Z indexed to 2. Your position to fix, so it won't be moving if you scroll down. See, it is fixed. So let's put it in relative position actually. So we have already done the parent class of left, so it will be 50. So how it is working, like see this. So let's give it a transformation to translate x, not on all direction, translate x minus 50%. Okay, so you might be moving this way, but it will be helpful later. Okay, so bottom, let's give it position it to the bottom of 2 rem, and it will be bottom, like from the bottom of entire screen, whatever the parent class we have. The parent class is like so. Display flex, and let's give it a gap of 0.8 rem. Okay, perfect. Then we can give it border radius, so nice texture, nice roundness, 3 rem. Okay, fine. Let's give it a backdrop filter. Blurring effect, actually it will give blur of 15 pixel. Okay, nice. So I think the left is 50%. Sorry, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking why it's not coming that way. So now it's perfect. So this is the desired part we needed. We got it. Okay, fine. So let's give the A class, whatever you are using here, all the A anchor tag nav inside the nav. Don't use. Sorry, what is happening? So all the nav should have background of transparent. Okay, like on clicking it will be transparent. And padding of 0.8 rem. So padding border radius, so it will be rounder shape, 50%. So once you, this will not show right now, it will show later. And display flex, and let's give it a color of, that's that color light maybe. Okay, so it will have the always whitish color like the original one. Now let's give it a some larger font size of 1.1 rem, so it will be bigger somewhat. Okay, it still looks so small, but we'll fix it later. So now on hover effect, nav a on hover, what's we're gonna do, we're gonna put the background of RGBA. Here is one. Okay, getting it. We'll fix it later. So now let's work on some different thing. So once you select like active, so if you show this, on clicking it, it's become active, and on hovering it's giving me some effect. So we're gonna work on those now. Okay, so let's now work on this. So let's now work on the this one, selection option. Okay, we will use a use effect for this, for changing the state. Actually, once you hovering effect, will state is changed. So let's work on that. So for that purpose, so we're gonna provide a class name. So we're gonna use effect for that. So we're gonna use const like what you can say. So what we can say, active nav, set active nav. Let's give it a use state. So initially let's set it to home screen only. So let's give it a class name. We'll set the class name dynamically, means once we click we might be give it active nature, and if not then we can give something else. So let's keep it on click action. So on click action, so we're gonna use arrow function here. So what we're gonna do, we simply set it to set active, so set active name to home only. So on click we will setting this, so by default it will remain this, and we can give it a class name, then equal to this way, if active nav equal to the page we are visiting, if we are on right page, then we set this to active because we are on that page. So we're gonna set the class to active. We'll later define this class, or else we define nothing, so it won't be active. Okay, so we have to do the same for everywhere actually. So let's copy these two things, we don't want to repeat it every time. Let's paste for about. So let's select this. So if we do about, this is for about, what happened, I haven't selected it, about. So this is the about section, then we can set this to skill, and then we can define this for experience. Let's select this, let's put here, and let's put here what I have done here. It's on click only, no? Why is one play on click? Oh my god, let's replace this also before we forget this. So let's give it a on click and check this too again. This will be our project. I thought okay, project. It might be repetitive, but yeah. Let's do this again. And let's do this again here also. So let's do this. Replace this. Save this. Replace this. Save this. So we work with that all the thing. So we're going to various section, but we haven't defined it, so we'll do it later actually. So what we can do now, let's define that active class. I'm gonna set some property and nav a dot active, the active class of that a tag. So we're gonna give it a background of where that's this color primary. Why it's not working? Color where testers color white. Actually we'll change this. Why it's not working? So let's see why it's not working actually. So we have done everything set it, so it will be 3 equal to, actually I've changed this, means once save it's changed, so it doesn't matter actually, but basically we use 3 equal to. So the issue might be, so if you see this here, I have done a silly mistake when it was 8 RAM actually. Okay, now it's big. So still we have this one. This will not give us the hover effect, but if you do this, so this is the way syntax error is there. Okay, so see this hovering effect is there. Okay, why it's not? Because I clicked here. Nice hovering effect, see. And this is also a background only, not background color. Whole background I meant. It's nothing gonna change, but yeah, I will see the difference. So it is active now, that's why it's changing. And one more thing I have done mistake is color is primary, not primary. Now see this. Nice working. Okay. So this was the issue. We debug it. So now it start working. So now navbar is ready. So let's now give it a this navbar some media queries. Okay. So for that we're gonna use this again. Let's remove everything. Let's provide some media queries. So for first on tablet we're gonna provide nothing, because in tablet view, if you go to tablet, let's go to tablet view. So it's perfectly fine, and navbar is fine. So but in mobile, see what is happening, it's cropped. So we're gonna do something. So for mobile, what we're gonna do here, so for mobile, let's reduce the gap. It was 8, 0.8, let's make it 0.5. Why is like this? Okay, I haven't choose any class here. So class will be the nav class. We reduce and let's decrease the padding 0.5 rem from top to bottom and 1 rem from left to right. It's working or not? So let's provide for a tag also. Nav a tag. So it will have the padding of 0.4 rem and font size will reduce. Font size of 1 rem, it was 1.1 rem. So let's see it's working or not. What is wrong with this again? What is happening here? So why the media query is not working? So if you see, I have again done the mistake here. It should be and. See, and this is also in the app CSS also, I guess we are copying from everywhere. So because of that, it might not be working. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, mobile is working. So and do not forget to put space after that, and otherwise it won't work. So we are in home section now, so it will change accordingly. Okay, tablet, see tablet view, nice. Mobile view also nice, perfect. Okay, fine. So it is responsive. So let's now, so we work with the navbar. Now we'll start all the section, the about section and everything section. Okay, now you will see the all the section working with the navbar. Okay, so let's now commit our changes. Git status, git add, git commit, done with navbar. Oh, what here? I already added. Git commit -m, done with navbar development. Okay, so we're done with this. We have some refactored the CSS also for media queries. Remember the space, I was forgetting everything. So now we will start working on the about section now. What is that? About, what is called? About, what is it? So work on this only now. Let's close this. About. So we'll start working on this now. Okay.